Hi there, Alan from Rockmax here. Today I just want to talk you through how to maintain your Avet reel between services. So after you've been out fishing, this is a nice little routine that will keep your Avet reel running smoothly and just keep salt water at bay. So here are a few of the things you'll need. First of all, this is a roll of kitchen tissue, um, a tin of WD-40, a microfiber cloth, and a bowl of cold water. So the first thing I'm going to do is just use a little bit of the kitchen tissue. So this is very important. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of WD-40 onto the tissue. What I don't want to do is spray the WD-40 directly onto the reel. And the reason for that is that WD-40 will dissolve all the muck on the outside of the reel. If you let it get around the parts on the reel, it will also dissolve the lubricant. So by just squirting a little bit onto a kitchen tissue like that, I can then just work round the reel. Any bits where there's fish slime, so yeah, there's a nasty bit of fish slime there, just get rid of that. See that the WD-40 just takes that off straight away. And then anywhere else I can see anything, any signs of any blistering or corrosion on the outside of the reel, and then I just polish that off. I don't want to leave any WD-40 loose on the reel. So the next thing I'm going to do is immerse the reel in this bowl of cold water. So it's important that this is clean fresh water out the tap, and it's just cold water. If we put warm water into the reel, again that will take the lubricants away from the parts inside the reel where it's needed. The other thing to think about is when we get reels back for servicing, very often people have had they've got a reel with worn bearings, and what you find is initially they squirt loads of grease inside the reel, and obviously what we're just about to do to wash the insides of the reel out won't work if all the spaces within the reel are blocked up with grease. So Avet reels like light lubrication. Lots of grease build up inside them can cause problems. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to back the drag off back to free spool there, so the spool can spin freely. This means that the parts inside aren't compressing the spool at all, so the water will get in all the nooks and crannies inside the reel where salt water is likely to have built up. Immerse the reel into the water. If I give the reel a bit of a shake, you'll see that there's air bubbles coming out. So where the air bubbles come out of the reel, that tells you that the water's getting inside it. So that water's going to dissolve any salt that's lurking inside the reel. So when you're happy that you've got the reel actually filled with fresh water, if you take the reel out, just let it drain. Then give it a good shake and get as much of the fresh water out as you can. There is a little hole in the bottom of the gear cover there that will let the water out. So just give it a good shake. So finally, we just need to dry the reel off with the microfiber cloth. Just go around it, get the cloth to absorb as much water as possible on the outside. Leave the reel in free spool so air can circulate around inside it, and you need to then just leave the reel to dry. So it could be up on a windowsill, somewhere where there's a flow of air. The worst thing you can do at this point is put the reel into a sealed container or a plastic bag. If you do that, condensation will build up inside the reel. It won't get a chance to dry properly, and that will cause problems inside the reel. So this is a nice routine to go through every time you use the reel, particularly if you notice that it gets any salt water splashed over it, and the salt water might have penetrated the inside of the reel. This will keep the reel going, but just be aware that the reel will need servicing, like a car or anything else. After a certain amount of time, there'll be wear in the reel. So to bring it back to how it was when it was new and it came out of the box, you'll need to send it to have it serviced. We do all the servicing here at Rockmax, and we have a very quick turnover time for our customers.